everyone. In a previous video, I was at the track getting a few baseline runs to use as a control of sorts before I make any modifications to my car. Now, when I go to the track, they are sometimes playing music from speakers outside at the corner of the building. That gave me the idea to do a video about Doppler Effect. Now, I can't play what they were playing at the track for copyright purposes, but let's say they were playing Be Without You by Mary J Blige. There is a climactic part of the song where she is urging us to call the radio station and ends with a glorious crescendo into the word hey. If you know this song, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the note she holds for about 3 seconds or so while singing the word hey is D5. Oh, and yes, I play the piano too. That's another story for another day. So today's Figure It Out question is, if a lady in a Hellcat is approaching a fixed speaker that is playing Be Without You, just as Mary J Blige sings a D5 while saying hey, what frequency does the lady hear at the instance she is traveling at 100 miles per hour before passing the speaker? Assume it is a 90-degree Fahrenheit day with standard atmospheric pressure. Now, what this problem is really asking is, what note does the lady observe? Meaning me, the lady. To solve this problem, we use our Doppler shift equation, which is the observed frequency equals the source frequency times the speed of sound plus or minus the velocity of the observer divided by the speed of sound plus or minus the velocity of the source. So let's write down everything we know. Looking up a frequency table, we see that the frequency of D5 is about 587.33 hertz. So the source frequency Fs is 587.33 hertz. V, the speed of sound in air, is different at different temperatures. So using a table, that should be in your physics book. You should find the speed based on 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is 350.22 meters per second. V0, the observer's velocity, which is my velocity in this problem, is 100 miles per hour, and converted to meters per second, that's about 44.70 meters per second. Finally, Vs, the velocity of the source, in our case the speaker, is 0 because it is fixed to the building. It's not moving. Now, we will use plus or minus depending on the direction the observer is going with respect to the source of the sound. In this case, I'm approaching the speaker, which I believe is right near the corner of the building. I tried to get that on camera. Since I have a 360, I tried to point it over there real quick for footage for this video. Since I am approaching the speaker, we will use plus. Also, since the source velocity Vs is 0, we can remove it from our equation. That leaves us with the bottom equation shown here. From here, it's easy. It's just plug and play. Enter all of your known variables and you get an observed frequency of 662.29 hertz. Now, looking at my frequency table, I see that E5 is very close to that frequency. So I would have observed a slightly sharp E5 instead of the D5 that she was singing. Now that's a sharp E5, not an E5 sharp, just meaning the pitch would have been slightly sharp for an E5, not an exact E5. So instead of hearing her sing this note, I would have heard her sing this note. So that's it for today, friends. I hope you're enjoying your Labor Day weekend. This means it's the start of a new semester, so I would truly appreciate it if you share my channel with your friends who have science, technology, engineering, or math majors, and let's have some fun doing physics in a Hellcat. Finally, remember to keep the racing off of the streets and on the track. I'll see you in my next video.